We are sandwiched between Fort Worth and Dallas, Texas, and Arlington at the luxurious AT&T Stadium. A moment ago, here was the scene with the Cowboys emerging from their tunnel. It was loud. It's still loud. We're ready for football as the Cowboys get set to match up with their opponents. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Set, ready. Get the flag. Three's the mic. Know your job.
Now a first-time Pro Bowler, Miller. And he'll hope that this is not a sign of what's in store as he has to fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Guys, it's game situation. Let's go.
Lamar Miller.
Run, 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 run.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
I smell fear in that offense.
They'll try to run for it with Miller. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 10 yards there and an Eagle first down. Defense had a chance to get off the field here in the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important third down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Well, they had a gain of 10 last time, now a gain of 20 here. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. A run for Tony Pollard, the Memphis product. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle first down. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
And they didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
He was brought down by Kamu Grugier-Hill.
Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Strip the ball.
From the 24, Murray. He's going to go up top for the end zone. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
In this situation, it's really tough to figure out how to defend because they have plenty of room to still take deep shots at the end zone as they just did there. Yet at the same time, you've got to be ready for the short throw. In this case, when you see the cue that they're going for the end zone, retreat and make sure you have a way to play forward, back towards the receiver, and have a chance to bat the ball away as they did there.
Kill, kill, kill.
Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now, since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. The kick by Elliott is good. And the Eagles, they take a 3-0 lead. Able to move the ball on that drive. Yes, just 3 points, but 4 first downs were in there.
Yeah, and you can look at it and feel pretty good about the whole thing and think, okay, this should continue throughout this ball game. On the flip side, if you're a defender, it's almost like, whew, we only gave up 3. They moved the ball on us pretty well.
And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line. So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
Tight dog, tight dog. Kill.
They run with a former Eagle and Dolphin, Jay Ajayi. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first. Cowboys and Eagles, of course, such a great rivalry. Last year, the Cowboys got the better of the Eagles both times that they met, with Philly coming off their Super Bowl title. But in weeks 10 and 14, it was Dallas beating Philly by a single possession. First down, Prescott. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. Touchdown, Cowboys! Michael Gallup, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys have taken the lead. Extra point up and good by Tavecchio. And that makes it a 7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. On second down, it's Miller. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with third down now looming. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards, but also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
And he will not get there as they stop him short right around the 34-yard line. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They'll run for it with Pollard. And now look at him go. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Tony Pollard with his first career NFL touchdown. And once again, the Eagles are back out in front. Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead is now 10-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 28-yard line.
Check.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts of the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
53, Mike. Hey, watch the slant.
A first down throw for Prescott. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Malcolm Jenkins, the strong safety, swoops in for the sack.
Well, competition comes up in so many different ways. And right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. How about 5 sacks last week? We just saw their first one of this game.
Finds a seam inside the 40. And he takes it all the way down to the 22. And he is finally taken down, but not before he gets it to the Eagles' 22.
I don't care what the game plan was coming in. After these runs,
you're running it, right?
you make sure you keep circling on your play sheet, running plays that are working, and keep patting those big offensive linemen on the back. They're doing a great job.
Goes without saying, the defense is going to have to adjust to that.
In a big way, and they've got to figure out, do they have to sell out to stop the run, or can they just do it better?
And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Tyus Bowser, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack.
Go to 54. Wide. Bang, 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 bang. Then we're going to 53.
Looking to throw. Prescott under pressure again, and down he goes again.
Yeah, baby. Yeah, baby. Yeah, that boy. Yeah. That one, man.
Start of the second quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession as they've got it with a 3rd down and long coming up. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession as they've got it with a 3rd down and long coming up. They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long.
Hey, I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
47.
Shit.
26.
Prescott from the gun. He finds Randall Cobb on the completion. They get 13, but it's not nearly enough. And it'll be 4th down.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
Tavecchio puts this one through, and that will knot us up at 10. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
Yeah, things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to their goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
This is taken at his 4. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Hey, here I come. Here I come. Here I come. Here I come.
Fresno, Fresno, Fresno.
38 for Mike. He's scared.
Back, back, back.
They keep it on the ground. This time, it's Miller. Lamar Miller. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Lamar Miller with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. As his guys are able to regain the lead. Elliott good with a PAT. And that makes it a 17-10 score. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They find themselves down 17-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Prescott. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
They always say that real estate is about location. Well, guess what? When it's a slant route, the quick ones, timing, timing, timing. Got to be able to lead your man with the football.
And the timing off right there, threw it behind him.
Nice 57.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. Caught by Cobb. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
57's a Mike. They can't hang with him. 57.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. That's complete to Cobb. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. Dak Prescott last year against Philly, boy, biggest game of his career passing yardage-wise, 455 yards, 3 touchdowns in a 29-23 December victory over the Eagles. And he'll get it out to midfield. They'll spot it right at midfield at the 50.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
There we go, Mike. Right in. 53 is the Mike. I'm coming.
Here's a Jai. Give the tackle that time to Rodney McLeod.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now, we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Baby, get him, boy.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
This is a Jai, and he's got some space here. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. A big run there, 29 yards and a first.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? That looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Alex Collins, his first touchdown on the year, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Tavecchio good on the extra point. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. 17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They have to be pleased with the way that they moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
Xavier Woods, the free safety, up to make the tackle. You talked about the need for them to establish the run early. They've been able to do that here in the first half.
And that means that the whole offense has adopted that attitude and that persona. We're going to take care of this young quarterback. Let's all get together and run it and take the pressure off.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL.
Kill. Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
To throw on 3rd down, Murray. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
12 yards on the return that time, and the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front. Looking for his tight end, Witten, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 24. Then he's going to get this on down to the 13-yard line. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you could hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
Watch the out.
A first down carry now for Miller.
Run.
And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door. Well, he's broken off some big-time runs here in this first half.
Yeah, and let's just face it. When you go into a game, you think you've got the plays that are going to work, but when you actually get out there and they're starting.
And he's in for an Eagles touchdown.
There we go.
Lamar Miller with his 14th touchdown of the year, second of the game, as his guys have now moved out in front.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Great job to put themselves in front, and now see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influence?
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Fletcher Cox able to record his 5th sack of the season. After the sack on first down, Prescott. Oh, he's looking long for Witten. And this up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over.
53's the mic. 53. Check 53. Ricky.
They'll go with Pollard here on first down. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And down to the 27-yard line. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half.
53's Mike. Check. 53's Mike. Hey.
Draw play. This is Miller. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half.
Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Watch the run.
53's the mic. 53's the mic. Quit talking about it and bring it. He's coming. Double up. He's coming. Double up. Shift. You're coming.
On second and 12, Murray. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
Touchdown!
And yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty. No question there.
You don't think they spent a couple seconds mulling over what the penalty would do?
I don't even know why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
Elliott good on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
It's going to be a long day, offense.
To throw is Prescott. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And he is taken down deep in Philadelphia territory.
Here we go.
A big play there on the catch and run, and even 50 yards. So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. Now a give to Collins. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Not quite the success they had last play. This one goes for 3 yards. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. And again, it's Collins. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of 1. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down.
Here we go. 57's the mic. Hey, we're pretty quiet, D. We're pretty quiet. Hey, 47. Here we go. Hey, check Mike 57. Mike 57. Stay with your man.
Throwing. Prescott. It gets it over the middle to Cobb. And he is not going to get to the marker as they stop him short at the 14. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. And for the 2nd time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. The kick by Tavecchio is good. And that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. So a good drive there to begin quarter number 3, but they're only able to shave 3 points off the lead.
Well, something's better than nothing, all right? They didn't play particularly well in the first half, but they definitely need him to step on the accelerator now and play a whole lot better.
Come on, baby. Let's go.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They had that first half lead, but they have been shut down here in this 3rd quarter, so time to retool a bit.
And probably need to tap into that emotional vein that gets them back to really playing hard and effectively. Because a lot of times we think it's just play calls and this isn't working and they're shutting them down. Sometimes when you get a lead, you lose your edge. You don't play quite as hard. That's what they're looking for here.
Trying to get that edge back as they've watched this lead shrink a little. They'll run with Pollard. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a 1st down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead, give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. On 1st down, it's Miller. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. 2 yards on the carry there, it'll be 2nd down.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50. You're trash, you're trash.
From the 39, Murray. Miller with a 1st down and more. That complete to Lamar Miller. He gets it across the 50 and down to the 48. It's a gain of 13 and a 1st down for Philadelphia. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Murray now on 1st down. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against them.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty.
Hey, 4 down.
Now Pollard. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47. So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. Going to run again here with Pollard. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Check. Here we go. 50. Mike, 50.
I'll get him.
Murray with a 3rd and long. Throw left side complete. That's Ward.
Come on,
and he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 27-yard line.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Now Miller. He's had a big workload here tonight. And he'll be dropped at the 23 after a pickup of about 4.
That's what I'm
Third
talking
quarter
about.
and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
4 down.
They'll run it again with Miller. And able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That was a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Coming.
On 3rd down, Miller.
Run.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7.
to win.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I think there's a fatigue factor that's kicking in defensively. You know the will is still strong, but I think the offense is starting to bend it just a little bit, don't you?
Yeah, absolutely. It's looked that way. We'll see if they can continue this already strong drive. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
Watch twist.
Now a 20th carry of the game for Lamar Miller. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. This is 3rd and goal now. 80,000 on their feet here in Arlington.
Let's go.
On 3rd down, it's Pollard. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Tony Pollard, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the numbers. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive.
Back to you. I'm going to come back to you. 53's the mic. 53. Check 53.
Zoom. Get that ball, D. Let's get it.
Prescott. He's going to loft one. Deep left side here. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, second down. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. A little eager there coming in from his outside linebacker position.
You think the hard count got him there?
Yes.
Maybe that extra that extra emphasis on it got him to jump, and they picked up 5 yards.
Here's Prescott. Got a man complete to Cedric Wilson. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 42. Prescott now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10.
Check.
1st and 10 at the
53's the mic. 53's the mic.
To the air again, Prescott.
Let him know.
Looking sideline, incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Throwing again, Prescott on 2nd and 10. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Collins that time. And it's 3rd down. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Watch 52. 52's the mic.
Let's go, tackle. Let's go. We got this.
They'll throw again. Prescott. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
14 yards, good for a Cowboy first down. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You still have to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
Prescott looks to throw on 1st. Dancing to his left. And a completion to Wilson. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 11 yards and a Cowboy first down. They run with Ajayi directly, and he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Jay Ajayi, his first touchdown on the year, and the Cowboys get a bit closer.
You better be afraid of me. You better be.
They're going to keep it on the ground, and he's going to get in for the 2 points, and that'll make this a 10-point game. Only had a couple of yards to gain there on the 2-point conversion, and they were able to do it.
And how many teams shy away from running the football in the 2-point conversion? They treat 2 yards as if it were 20. If you're a good team running the ball, go to your strength. Go ahead and push it into the end zone.
Yeah, they did. It worked.
On the double. 53, Mike.
Here we go.
They'll run on first down. Miller, he'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the 4th quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers. 4th quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line is really hunkered down. And
oh, no, he lost the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get them home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. To throw, it's Murray. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And down to the 28-yard line. Philadelphia picking up the first on a gain of 15. Big hook up there, forced to throw it on third down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
53, check 53. Hey, let's get some penetration here.
On first down, Pollard. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, baby.
Tackle made there by Chidobe Awuzie.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Hey, check.
They run with Howard. It'll be a gain of 7, and they get it back to a 3rd and 3. Whistles now in a timeout defensively. So a wise move as they'll use the first of their timeouts to force one more play before the 2-minute warning. The Eagles on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3.
Check 3.
They'll try to run for it with Howard. He'll have a first down inside the 10. And he is into the end zone.
Yeah,
touchdown, Philadelphia. Jordan Howard, his first touchdown on the year. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. Oh, how about this? No good. Just his 2nd miss of the year. And our score will stay right where it is. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And he will bring this all the way back out to midfield. Both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch-counter-punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4. So they come up on 2nd down, and they can get another run like we just saw. Would likely put an end to this thing. And they'll run it from the gun with Miller. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 3.
You got it.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
Hey, keep it up. Keep it up.
Again, it's Miller. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 12-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They can't do much at this point, partner. This one is going to go down in the loss column.
You don't make up for what has happened during the game in this sequence here. Maybe you hand it off and let someone run the ball if you so choose. But otherwise, just kneel down, call it a day, and try and prepare going forward.
You don't want it.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. Michael Gallup, that's who he was looking for. And that'll bring up second down.
Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. You ain't doing nothing today. You ain't doing nothing today.
53 is the mic. 53 is the mic.
Now Prescott. He's going to let it fly. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. So with a big gainer anyways, he'll go ahead and take that instead of the pass interference call.
They didn't need the penalty. It would have been different, right, if they had somehow lost some yardage somewhere, but they did not. Gained all they could, down at the spot of the foul. Nothing to be gained by taking the penalty.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Prescott's pass, intended for Cedric Wilson, incomplete. It leads to 2nd and 10.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end.
Three down. Here we go, 47. 57's the mic. 57.
Off the play fake, Prescott. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long.
57's the mic. 57's the mic. It's our time. It's our time, guys. It's our time. Whip. Here we go. Go to 54. Go to 54. Line 80.
One last shot now for Prescott. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Philadelphia, the win moves them up to 5-2 now on the year. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Buffalo